Alright, we made it to the final boss in the Molten Core Wing of the heroic Blackrock Mountain, Baron Geddon. So Baron Geddon will use his Ignite Mana ability to deal 10 damage to your character for every turn that you don't use all of your mana crystals. This puts a lot of pressure on you to constantly be using all your mana. So in this particular Freeze Mage deck I used, I put in a lot of 2, 3, and 4 drops to give me a lot of options to be able to spend all my mana each turn. Sometimes the RNG will be bad, you'll get some bad draws, and you will just lose games based on drawing the wrong mana cost of cards. However, with a lot of 2, 3, and 4 drops, you should be able to always have a combination of cards to spend all your mana. Meanwhile, Baron Geddon will be casting a spell called Living Bomb on your creatures. If you allow this creature to live until your next turn, it will blow up in essence and deal 10 damage to all your other creatures and to yourself, which can be pretty devastating, especially if he's igniting your mana. You can either trade the Living Bomb creature into one of his creatures to kill it, or you can use the Youthful Brewmaster card to bounce it back to your hand and save that creature. You'll also want to use cards like Frost Nova and Cone of Cold, not only to gain tempo against his larger creatures like the Fire Guard Destroyers and Magma Ragers, but also to fill out your curve once again, to be spending 10 mana each turn. You'll want to use Duplicate on your win conditions such as the Ethereal Arcanist and the Molten Giant, and you'll want to use Echo of Medivh when you have some utility cards out, like the Youthful Brewmaster or the Antique Heal Bot if you need to gain life, and you can also use it on your win conditions. Eventually, once you establish board control, you should be able to get a couple of large Ethereal Arcanists out and or Molten Giants to be able to do a lot of damage to him in the end game. Alright guys, well, I hope this guide worked for you. If it did, click like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next Blackrock Mountain video. Thanks.
Yes.